Hello there, and welcome back. We are continuing on 31 Reasons Why People Don't Receive Their Financial Harvest by Mike Murdock, an amazing book. And today we are on reason number 8. And reason number 8 is many people never fully grasp the impact, influence, and miracles that an uncommon harvest can produce for others. Extremely important. And once you start to understand this concept, it starts to make a lot more sense. But, if you have a lot of financial abundance, you can solve a lot of problems. You can help so many other people. And it doesn't even have to be just a financial harvest. But when you think about any seed in your life, and a seed is anything that helps other people, anything good, smiling at someone who looks like they're down, giving advice to someone, helping someone cross the street that needs help. It can be a financial help of giving, or just giving advice, or just being there to listen for someone, or being diligent at work, showing up on time. All of those things are considered seeds that can turn into a harvest for you. And the harvest is what you reap in return, the wonderful things that come back to you in your life. If you're expecting miracles and wonderful things, it's the law of attraction. The law of attraction came from the Bible. All of those principles are coming from those words. And so, in this chapter, Mike really talks about how small seeds can turn into a huge harvest. And that, again, that can be money, but that can also be with your talents as well. So if you have a gift, maybe you have a gift of being a good listener, and you've always wanted to be a counselor or a teacher, or you have the gift of teaching, you want to be a teacher, you have the gift of serving other people, and you would love to be a nurse and help people with those type of things. What gift or talent, or like the smallest little seed that you have inside of you of something that you have a passion for, or an insight to utilize, and utilize it in a good way to help others and to serve God. That is a seed that could potentially turn into a great harvest. But it's really what you do with it. You can have a seed to want to be a nurse and to want to help people, but if you never actually go through the schooling and fulfill that purpose, you're not going to reap that harvest. Maybe you still have that purpose and you're serving it somewhere else, you're going to reap a certain harvest there. But if you have a bigger dream and you're not going in the direction of that bigger dream that you have, whatever it may be, you're never going to reap the harvest that will come from growing that seed into something larger. In the Bible, God talks about being able to give 100-fold. 100-fold. So say, you give $10 to someone on the street who needs it. That could potentially come back to you 100-fold. That's $1,000 that you could be harvesting somewhere else in your life at some point, all from just giving that $10. And this doesn't just work financially. The more you give to help other people, the more it can come back in return. And you may think, gosh, how does 100-fold even happen? 1,000-fold can easily happen. You think of one seed, let's take corn, for example. One kernel of corn put into the ground will create a stalk that may have 4 full corn cobs on it. And then how many kernels are on each one of those? Honestly, I don't know. But there's dozens, right? Let's just throw out a round number. Say there's, 25 on each corn cob. So there's 100 from that one seed. Hey, that's 100-fold. It works, right? But then once you plant that, say you take all those corn cobs and you plant each one of those, you just planted 100 seeds that are going to come up and create 100 more each. Wow. That just multiplied really fast, didn't it? I don't even know what the answer to that is because I'm kind of talking and not thinking about the numbers. But you can see how easily 100-fold can come back to you, and how God is the multiplier of life. He created fruit, He created vegetables, He created us to multiply in this way, cells to multiply in life. So it's not uncommon or unusual in any way to see your finances grow on that level too. And if maybe you haven't thought about how that kind of money can help solve problems in other people. One of my biggest things is, gosh, I would love to help build clean water supplies. You know, water is the most important thing that you need to survive. And there are many countries and many places where their water supply is just horrible. Their rivers are polluted, and children and babies are getting sick from drinking bad water in third world countries. Like, that is a huge problem. You know, and there are people that are starving. There are people that don't have a roof over their head in other places, in other countries, and some even in the United States. But if I had millions of dollars, what could I do with that? What could you do with that? What dreams do you have for helping others? You know, it's when you start to grasp what money can do and what that harvest could do in the world. You know, have you ever wondered, and, you know, maybe seen videos or pictures of things that are going on in the world that are just horrible? The sex trafficking that's going on in other countries, that's going on here. You know, you can turn your head to that and not look at it, or you can realize, wow, that's something I wish I could do something about. Instead of sitting back and not doing anything, or feeling like, oh, I'm never going to be able to help these people because I only make $50,000 a year and that just covers my basic costs living in California and, you know, having some kids or whatever it is. If you never think big enough and realize, wow, what could I really do if I had a larger harvest, it's never going to inspire you to make that kind of miracle happen in your life, and to start asking God for that miracle and dreaming for something bigger and expecting something bigger in your life. So start to dream big, not just for what you want, but what you can do for others. Because when you start to realize what an uncommonly large harvest can do for other people and how you could help other people, you know, maybe it doesn't inspire you to buy that big house or to have the nice car, you know, that's fine. But does it inspire you to take that money and help other people and serve other people, you know, and do the will of God? Because if it is, then maybe you need to start thinking outside of the box for that reason and get some motivation to do something that is bigger than yourself. God has a plan for the money that He gives you, you know, and if you're using it in the right way to serve His people and to help others, you will be blessed with abundance, okay? So I hope this gave you some inspiration. I hope this encouraged you to start dreaming in a different direction about what you can do for other people, not just for yourself, but how you can really open yourself up to something greater in life. And start thinking about what an uncommon harvest could produce for other people in your life, in the world. I mean, you may have relatives that you could help that are really struggling. You know, maybe it's something as close as that. Maybe it's not as distant as that third world country dream that I have. But maybe it is something. Maybe it's to be able to support, you know, your parents that are going into retirement. There's just a lot of things, directions that you can go in. So many people you could help. So start to brainstorm some of those things. Start to think a little bit bigger, how you can serve others through your financial harvest. And once you've got that dialed in, God will bring everything to you so that you can start making that happen. So I hope this gave you some inspiration, some words of wisdom from God Himself, and feel free to share this. I would love to see your comments and hear your thoughts. Maybe comment about what you would like to do with your uncommonly large harvest, your financial abundance. What would you do with it? Because I love hearing how other people want to share and help others in the world. Or maybe you need some inspiration. So by posting some things on this video, you will inspire someone else to dream big and to dream about really serving others in a wonderful way and serving our planet as well. So feel free to share this with anyone that you think would enjoy and be inspired by it. I hope this helped you out today. Stay tuned for the next chapter in my next video, and God bless.